Welcome to Civil Engineering Licensure Examination Reviewer for practical questions on mathematics. Transportation Engineering, Part 1. Problem number 1. Under base conditions, that is the highest possible two-way flow rate for a two-lane highway. A. 1,500 passenger cars per hour on each lane. B. 1,700 passenger cars per hour on each lane. C. 3,200 passenger cars per hour on both directions combined. D. 3,400 passenger cars per hour on both directions combined. The correct answer is letter C. 3,200 passenger cars per hour on both directions combined. Problem number 2. What is the maximum, ideal, capacity in both directions sustainable for short distances? A. 2,800 passenger cars per hour. B. 3,200 passenger cars per hour. C. 4,400 passenger cars per hour. D. 4,800 passenger cars per hour. The correct answer is letter B. 3,200 passenger cars per hour. Problem number 3. A four-lane concrete highway is paved in two passes, two adjacent lanes at a time. To facilitate connecting with the subsequent pour, the edge of the concrete is fitted with concrete dowels running transverse to the direction of travel and the edge is keyed. This joint is referred to as A. Transverse, tied and keyed expansion joint. B. Transverse, tied and keyed construction joint. C. Skew construction joint. D. Longitudinal tied construction joint. The correct answer is letter D. Longitudinal tied construction joint. Problem number 4. In short construction, which factors do not influence the length of time between pouring concrete and stripping the forms? 1. Weather. 2. Project specifications. 3. Developed concrete strength. 4. ACI 347. 5. Project schedule. 6. Local ordinance. A. 1 and 3. B. 1 and 4. C. 2 and 4. D. 5 and 6. The correct answer is letter D. 5 and 6. Or project schedule and local ordinance. Problem number 5. Most civil engineering activity related to the provision of physical facilities is what might be called as A. Physical engineering. B. Systems engineering. C. Planning engineering. D. Hydrologic engineering. The correct answer is letter A. Physical engineering. Problem number 6. In addition to location of the pour, Trimi concrete poured underwater differs from common concrete poured in the air primarily in its A. Placement method and equipment. B. Components and additives. C. Specific gravity. D. Aggregate size. The correct answer is letter A. Placement method and equipment. Problem number 7. Which of the following types of joints typically does not use dowels? 1. Construction joints. 2. Control joints. 3. Contraction joints. 4. Expansion joints. 5. Isolation joints. A. 1 and 5. B. 2 and 5. C. 2 and 4. D. 2, 3, 4 and 5. The correct answer is letter B. 2 and 5. Or control joints and isolation joints. Problem number 8. Which of the following would a cast-in-place ground slab or floor not used to separate steel reinforcing bars or wire mesh from the ground? 1. Precast cementitious blocks. 2. Metal chairs. 3. Wood risers. 4. Wire bolster. 5. Plastic bar supports. 6. Cellulose spacer blocks. A. 3 and 6. B. 1, 3 and 6. C. 1, 2, 4 and 5. D. 2, 4, 5 and 6. The correct answer is letter A, 3 and 6. Or wood risers. and cellulose spacer blocks. Problem number 9. A 6-inch square unreinforced concrete beam fails at a force of 5,400 pounds on a 21 inches span. A third-point loading tart is used and the fracture occurs 1 in away from the left support. What is the value of the modules of rupture obtained from this test? A is less than the correct value. B equals the correct value. C is higher than the correct value. D becomes indeterminate. The correct answer is letter D, it becomes indeterminate. If the specimen breaks significantly outside of the middle third of the span, the test result must be discarded. The value of the modules of rupture becomes indeterminate. Problem number 10. Which is more accurate parameter of traffic? Capacity, volume, or density? Why? A. Density is more accurate. Only density is a function of cars in a given length of roadway. B. Density is more accurate. Only density has units of time. C. Volume is more accurate. Only volume is a function of cars in a given length of roadway. D. Volume is more accurate. Only volume has units of time. The correct answer is letter D, volume is more accurate. Only volume has units of time.